All right, so let's do some of these example problems to practice what we've learned. It says Max has no more or has more than 5 carrots. How would you write that inequality? What do you guys think? How would you write that?
So 5 and 2.
Well, I'm waiting. What do I write? Well, we've got C, and he has more than 5. Could you say C? Now, what's another way to say more than? More, greater than 5. Do you think that works? Well, think about it and let me know. I think that works. All right, let's try the next one. It says Bridget is shorter than 5 feet, where H is Bridget's height. So H and 5. What do I put in there? Less than, greater than?
The 5 is greater than the H.
Yeah, so you do it like this, right? It opens towards the greater number. That's less than. Do we include 5? Can it be equal to 5? Hey, you, quit talking, pay attention. No, it can't be, so we leave that one alone. I was asking if we needed to do the equal then. We don't. We can't. Okay, twice a number x is less than 10. So what do I write down there?
So x2.
Well, I'm going to put it as 2x, though, but I get what you're saying. X times 2 or 2x. Then what do I put?
The greater than or less than.
Yeah, less than 10. Good catch. Now, we're supposed to solve these, too. So now, how do I get x by itself? What's the 2 doing to the x? So to move the 2, what do I do? What's the inverse of multiplying? Divide. What do I divide by? X, 2x, or just 2? Why just 2? Yeah, because I want to leave the x. I just want to move the 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times x is x. That's less than 10 divided by 2, which is what? 5. Oh, man, you guys are cooking with gas. All right, let's move on to the next one. I think we might get all 6 of these done real quick. So it says 6 more than 5 times a number is at least 21. So what do we start writing down? 6. What does more than mean? If I have 2 pens and you have 6 more, what am I doing mathematically? Adding. Now, what is it 6 more than? Do we know what the number is? No. So 5 times the number x. And then we have 21, but it says is at least 21. What does at least mean? Less than or greater than? It's greater than or equal to. Good catch. Greater than or equal to. Because when it says at least 21, can it be 21? Yeah. Yeah, because it can include 21, but it's at least 21. Got to solve this one. I can move the 5 or the 6. The 5 is always last. The number in front of the variable is almost always the last step. So we got to move the 6 first. What's the 6 doing? Adding. So to move the 6, what do I do? Yep. I'm going to do the inverse of adding, which is subtract. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. These cancel, and I get 5x is greater than or equal to, what's 21 minus 6? 15? Or as they say where I grew up, 15. So then I have 5x is greater than or equal to 15. So then I divide by 5 on both sides. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times x is x. That's greater than or equal to 15 divided by 5, which is 3. There's our answer. All right, let's keep this momentum going. Not sure how long I think we can. Wait, oh yeah. Well, let's finish this page. from there. It says Dave has $15 to spend on an $8 book and 2 birthday cards for his friends. The C implies that we don't know how much the cards cost. It says how much can he spend if he buys the same card for each of his friends. So what do I write? Yep, plus 8. He's going to spend $8 on one book, and then what else? 2x. Well, they said C, so we'll just say 2C. But you're right, 2 times C. And he has $15 to spend. Yeah, he can spend the whole 15 or not. So we've got a 2 and an 8. Which one is easier to move? Which one do we move last is a better question. We move the 2 last. So by default, that means we do what? Yep. Oh, you jumped ahead of me, but I like to ask you guys, what does the 8 do? It's adding. What's the opposite of adding? Subtract, right? Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. These 8s cancel, and I get 2C is less than or equal to, what's 8 minus, or I said that wrong, 15 minus 8 is 7. What do I do next? Yep. So 2 is being multiplied by C. We want to do the inverse of that, which is divide by 2. Whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. Now, if you're not sure, this is we're talking about dollars. So $7 divided by 2 is what? Or as they say where I'm from, $3.50. $3.50. Somebody's gonna get mad at me on YouTube. No, I really that's how we talk where I grew up. They're gonna be like, Mr. Adams, that's not cool. I'll be like, no. All right, so shout out to the BH. No, you guys stop. You're gonna get somebody in serious trouble. Tony can carry up to 18 pounds in her backpack. You guys settle down. 18 pounds in her backpack. Her lunch weighs 1 pound, and her gym clothes weigh 2 pounds, and her books weigh something, 3 pounds each. So we don't know how many books she's carrying. Oh, man. So that's a lot of stuff to write down. So what do we write down? Well, I know I'll do this one. This one's easy. It's going to do something with 18. Because she could carry up to 18 pounds in her backpack. So we know that she's got, yep. So then over here we've got plus 1, and her gym clothes weigh 2, so we'll say plus 2. And then what do I put here? 3 times B. She's got 3 books, but we don't know how much each book weighs. We're assuming that her books all weigh 3 pounds. That's what they tell us, right? They weigh 3 pounds each, but we don't know how many books. We need to figure out, is it going to be greater than 18 pounds, less than 18 pounds, less than or equal to? Yeah. It could carry, when you see things like up to 18, that means it can carry 18, so you put the equals to. What do I do? What's the first step? You, 2. Quit talking. Look up at the board. Let's do this. I'm sorry, what did you say? Well, let's do this. I'm going to combine like terms first. 2 plus 1 is actually 3. And I get 3b. And now what do I do? Yep, now we're going to minus 3 from here because I want to move that plus 3 over. That cancels. I get 3b is equal to 15. Now what do I do? Divide by 3. And I get b is less than or equal to 5. So Tony can carry. It's interesting. I kept saying, oh, they said her. Yeah, because I think girls will spell their name Tony with an I, and boys in general spell it with a Y. But anyways, b is less than or equal to 5. Are there any questions on that? All right, so what I'd like for you guys to do is to try to do problem number 7 on your own.